everyone, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, as you guys can see by my makeup, I'm going to be creating kind of like a sunset eye makeup look. I used a mixture of burnt oranges and yellows to create this look. So before you get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also turn on that notification bell to get notified when I upload videos, and at the end give it a thumbs up if you liked it. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just please keep on watching. So I'm going to start by priming my face just so it can be moisturized by the time I put on my foundation. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Redness Control Primer. That was the actual squeezy tube. It was making some weird noises. So I'm going to be applying this all over my face, just so I can let it sit there while I do my eyes, and it can really like sink in into my skin. And as you can see, my eyelids got stained from my previous video. I am filming on the same day, so I just removed it, cleaned my face, and it got stained. The pink got stained. My lips got a little bit stained too from that liquid lipstick, but it's all okay because I am going to be priming my lids. Let me just grab my hair so it won't be on the way. Actually, let me do a ponytail. So now, okay, I'm going to start by priming my eyelids. And as always, I have a mess in here. I don't know exactly where stuff is. Oh, where is it? Focus, focus, focus. I lost it. Where is it? I just used, oh, right here. So I'm going to be priming my lids with Wet n Wild concealer. You all know that I like to prime my eyelids with this shade. This is the light medium beige shade. I can still see a little bit of pink peeking through, but it'll be okay. We are going to be covering that. And if you guys are wondering what I use to remove my makeup, I used to remove my makeup with makeup wipes, and then I would go wash it, but I feel like those makeup wipes are really irritating my eye. So I've been using the Clinique Balm. This is a Take the Day Off cleansing balm, and I just feel like it's easier to remove it like that. And then after that, I'm just going to be setting my eyes. I should have probably organized everything before I started filming, because since I have everything that I used from the previous video, I feel like everything is all over the place. So I'm just going to be setting my eyelids with a translucent powder. I'll just leave it here because I'm going to use it right now. And since I do feel like my lips are very dry because of that liquid lipstick that I used, I'm going to be applying the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask, and this is the one on the the bright pink shade. Just to moisturize my lips a little bit. Okay, moving on. I'm going to be applying my eyeshadow shield, since I do want that cat eye look, like that straight line that goes like right here. And I am going to be using dark burnt oranges, so I do want to apply these so I can create more of that line. So I'm just going to be adding these right here and kind of like create that line. Once again, I have mentioned in one of my previous videos, and a lot of my previous videos, that I purchased these off eBay. They're really inexpensive and they're very good actually. And I did mention that I don't like to peel all this off because I feel like it irritates my skin right here because it just sticks in there. And I don't need it to be sticked all the way. I just need like something to hold it on. So I just peel this top part off. Okay, so for this look, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette, because this palette does have a lot of oranges and those kind of burnt oranges shades. And I'm also going to be using this palette, the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, because this is the one I used on my last video. This palette really does have a nice yellow and a little bit more mustardy yellow, like these yellows right here. And I don't have any yellows on my other palette, so I'm going to be using this one as well. So to start off, I'm going to start off with the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to be using a Morphe R37 brush. And I want to start with my transition shade, so I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is called Creamsicle, and I'm just going to be applying that on my crease. Okay, with that same brush, I'm going to be using a deeper shade. So I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is called Hunt. And I'm going to be applying that also on the crease, but a little bit more below. And mainly more on the outer part of the crease. Going back to that Creamsicle shade, I'm just going to add a little bit more and just blend it just above all the edges. Now I'm grabbing a smaller brush, and I want something to pack shadow into my outer part of the eye. So once again, I'm just removing the shadow from my brush with this color switch thing. I think it's called the color switch or something. So now I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is called Jax, and I'm going to be applying that on the outer part of my eye, which is kind of like on the V shape right here. Once again, I'm going to remove that shade. So now I want more like of a orangey shade, so I'm going to come to this palette right here, the NYX palette, and I'm going to be using this orangey shade right here, and I'm going to be adding that on this inner part of my eye right here. So once again, removing that shade, and I'm still using the same brush. I'm just removing that shadow that I use. I'm going to be going in with this darker yellow right here first, and I'm going to be applying this on this part right here. So I'm just kind of like gradually making kind of like the sunset, you know. And then going back to this palette, I'm going to be using the lightest shade right here, which is this yellow one. It's like a bright yellow, and this is going to go on this inner part of the eye. So now I'm going back to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to apply that Jax shade that I used to apply it over here on my outer corner. And I'm just going to be going back in with that shade and kind of blend these shades right here together. So now going back to my blending brush, I'm going to be using that Creamsicle shade that I used and just buff all this together. And there you go. We have that part finished. I know some of the sunset eye looks that I've seen have purple on the outer part. I was debating if I wanted to add that. Maybe I'll just add a tiny little bit on the outer V. I don't really want to mess this up, but I'll just add from this palette right here, this purple right here, and I'll just add just a tiny little bit. There you go. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can actually see the difference. Okay, so now I'm going to be removing this. See how it created that straight line right there? So now I'm going to move on to my face, and I actually forgot to spray my primer water. I'm actually running low on this, but I actually just purchased 2 bottles because if you all know, Ulta had that 21 Days of Beauty. Actually, that sale's still going on, so I actually bought 2 of these for the price of 1. So I'm going to be spraying this since I did forget to spray it before I applied my primer. Whew, I ate some of it. I'm also going to be applying the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer, and I just want a little bit of this mainly just to cover my pores around this area. My face has been really dry. I'm actually getting a facial tomorrow. Well, actually, by the time you watch this video, it's gonna be, I think, Friday, so I'm already gonna have my facial by then. Okay, so now for foundation, I'm actually going to be using the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation, and this is in the shade 128 Warm Nude. You want to make sure you shake your foundations just because I feel like they kind of sit, so I like to actually shake them. So I'm going to be applying this with my Beauty Blender. I'm going to be applying the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium Honey. I actually wish they had these on sale too for the 21 Days of Beauty, but unfortunately they don't. So I'm going to be blending that in with my Beauty Blender as well. So now I'm just going to be setting with my translucent powder under the eye. Just make sure you buff all the creases first before you apply your translucent powder, because if not, you're gonna have wrinkles and creases under your eyes. Okay, so while I'm baking, I'm going to be actually doing a wing liner. I feel like it's been a while since I do a wing liner, and I've been actually wanting to buy a liquid liner, like the ones that come like in the little pen, like with the, like, I don't know what it's called, like the filtered tip or something, but I don't know which one is good. If you guys have any recommendations on a liquid eyeliner pen or whatever they're called, please let me know on the bottom comments. Please let me know which one you like so I can try it. So I'm just going to be using the NYC liquid liner. I'm going to do a wing liner, apply my lashes, and do my eyebrows off camera, and I'll be right back. So I already applied my eyelashes, I did my wing liner, and I applied my eyebrows. I did my eyebrows. So now moving on, I'm going to be moving on to my bronzer. So I'm just going to be using my favorite bronzer at the moment, which is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. So I'm going to be bronzing my skin. I love how this bronzer smells. It smells so good. I'm going to be contouring my face with the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I'm going to be using my favorite brush at the moment for contour. I mentioned this on my last video. This is the Morphe R5. I like it because it's real pointy from here, so you can really like carve in your cheekbones right here. So I'm going to be contouring with this one. And a little bit, bring it a little bit towards my temple. And then I'm just using my Morphe brush to contour my nose. So now moving on to my lower lash line, I'm going back to the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm sorry, my palette is so dirty. It just gets real dirty so fast. I'm going to be using the flat definer brush, and I'm going to be using that Jack's shade that I used on my outer corner. I'm going to be putting this real close to my lash line, to my lower lash line. And I'm just taking a small pencil brush, and I'm going to be picking this Hunt's shade right here and just buff it under the lower lash line. And then I'm just removing that shade, and I'm going to go back to the NYX palette and use that yellow shade. I think I'm going to use this one right here. A mixture of this one and this one. Make these two together. And I'm going to apply this on the inner part. Okay, so moving on. For blush, I think I'm going to try this e.l.f. blush, and this is in the shade Twinkle Pink. It looks like this. I don't know if it's too pink. I think I want something more orangey. So I'm going to go with the BH Cosmetics palette right here. And I think I'm going to use this shade right here. I don't know the names because they don't have names, but it's just that orangey shade. And maybe on top of that one, I'll add the e.l.f. one because it does have a little bit of shimmer. So I'll just add a little bit of this one. Okay, so now for my highlighter, I'm going to be adding, as always, my favorite at the moment, and it's the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter. So I'm going to be adding this on my highest points, which is right here. Boom. Yeah, this is very highlighting. And on the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to be highlighting my brow bone and my inner corner. Okay, so next I'm going to be applying my eyeliner, and I'm going to be using my Sephora Kohl liner in the shade Cocoa just to line my waterline. For mascara, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara, and I'm going to apply this on my lower lashes. And then finally for my lips, I think I want kind of like an orangey shade, so I'm going to be trying this NYX Soft Matte lip cream. I don't even think it's a liquid lipstick. I just think it says Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Morocco, and it is like a burnt orangey, actually kind of like an orangey shade. So I'm going to be applying this on my lips. Okay, and just because I want it to be my lips a little bit more darker, I'm going to be adding a little bit of the I Love Sari and ColourPop liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Arriba. And I'm mainly gonna apply this on the outer parts of my lips. So now I'm just gonna set my face with the Ebates facial spray and just pat everything in place. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and before you leave, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also, make sure you follow me on my social media, and it's going to be listed as always somewhere around right here. And if you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up before you leave as well. So yeah, this is it for this video, and remember, like I said, my uploading schedule changed, so now I'm going to be uploading Mondays and Fridays. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.